As a seasoned Tolkien enthusiast who spent countless hours lost in Middle-earth, I must say that the Rings of Power's latest addition to its roster of villains has left me both intrigued and unsettled. Rhûn's Dark Wizard, played by Ciarán Hinds, is a chilling character who seems to embody the very essence of evil. A tyrant, a second despot, and a power-hungry sorcerer all rolled into one. Caution, this article divulges spoilers for the Rings of Power, Season 2, Episodes 1 to 4. In the second season of the Rings of Power, a new villain emerges, Rhûn's Dark Wizard, who is more sinister than Saruman from Lord of the Rings. Although Sauron serves as the main antagonist in Amazon's Lord of the Rings series, other evil characters are also present. For instance, Adar succeeded in destroying the Southlands at the end of the Rings of Power Season 1. Additionally, a new Dark Wizard has entered the scene in Season 2, exhibiting an unsettling interest in the stranger and his Harfoot companions. The wizard from Rhûn shares some similarities with Saruman from Lord of the Rings, but his demeanor seems noticeably sinister. While we haven't learned much about Ciarán Hinds' character in the Rings of Power yet, it's possible he's another Istar, or perhaps even an earlier version. However, unlike Saruman, this wizard appears to have more malevolent intentions, suggesting that he might not be a younger version of Saruman in the Rings of Power. It's highly likely that Rhûn's enigmatic sorcerer corresponds to the Saruman character from the Rings of Power series, much like the stranger mirrors Gandalf in the Amazon show. While it remains to be seen if these fresh characters are the Istari we're familiar with from the Lord of the Rings, they fill similar narrative roles. The stranger becomes an ally and guardian for the Harfoots, as does Gandalf with the Hobbits. Moreover, the Dark Wizard in Season 2 aligns with Sauron to gain power, which is akin to Saruman's betrayal of Middle-earth in LOTR. Rhûn's latest antagonist, akin to Saruman, appears to be set to replicate the conflict between the original White Wizards in the Lord of the Rings and Gandalf in the second season of the Rings of Power. Hinds' character seems destined to clash with the stranger, much like how the two Istari were at odds throughout the Lord of the Rings. At first he appears superior, but his resemblance to Saruman hints that he may eventually fall under the control of the stranger once the latter mastered his magic. The Dark Wizard from Rhûn, much like Saruman in various aspects, appears to be more morally reprehensible in the Rings of Power Season 2. While Saruman aligns with Sauron to gain more power, it seems that the Istar genuinely believes he's acting righteously. Unlike Saruman, who may replace the villain of Middle-earth's Dark Lord but has some semblance of good intentions hidden behind his arrogance, this new character appears to lack any redeeming qualities. Instead of him, the new wizard in the Rings of Power appears to prioritize power above all else. His followers describe him as the cause behind their mask-wearing infighting. After that past moment, his proposed was not to living. A revenue massive Episode 4, which suggests a dangerous and unkind nature, even towards those who are loyal to him. But at first glance, Rhûn's wizard seems like a typical tyrant. If the show does not reveal other justifications for his actions, he might even surpass Saruman in terms of ruthlessness. It is widely speculated that Rhûn's Dark Wizard might be an early manifestation of Saruman, considering their shared characteristics. In light of the indications pointing towards the stranger as Gandalf, it's plausible that the Rings of Power could be providing us with the prequel history for both wizards from the Lord of the Rings. However, a noticeably malevolent nature of the Rings of Power has sparked debates about whether he is truly Saruman, or an entirely different character. Unlike Saruman, who does not ally with Sauron during the Second Age, and whose motives for doing so are distinctly different, this new wizard appears to be acting against the good. And pondering this thought, I find myself intrigued by the possibility that Rhûn sorcerer might be a human practitioner of forbidden arts. And he could even be one of the elusive blue wizards from J.R.R. Tolkien's tales, whose stories remain largely untold. Interestingly, the author hints at their ominous past through mentions of a cult they established. The upcoming series, The Rings of Power, appears to be delving deeper into this aspect of Rhûn's storyline. As the narrative unfolds, it remains to be seen where this new antagonist is heading. But his actions are causing some viewers to question their initial comparisons to Saruman.